Something to Talk About with Dr. Fite, Briana Marrae, and Elle. A weekly roundup of current events and what's happening in our world.
All right, you guys, welcome to Something to Talk About. This is our holiday. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is our holiday edition of Something to Talk About. Brianna is en route. Dr. Fight, I have no idea when he's going to pop in. He should pop in sometime today. In the meantime, I hope everyone had the weekend was a busy weekend. It was Valentine's Day for a lot of people. Well, it was Valentine's for everyone. So however you chose to acknowledge that particular love of your life, that was absolutely your. I hope you did it well. Me per se, I said like this: my grandson Braden, my daughter, they're always my Valentine. So I don't look for anything else. I think it's for the Valentine is supposed to be for the special people in your life. So those are the special people in my life, my daughter and my grandson. So I enjoyed my Valentine with the two of them. And hopefully you guys, if you guys are in relationships, new relationships, long relationships, prayerfully you guys were able to execute a wonderful time for the person or persons in your life. Okay, so happy belated Valentine's to everyone who I didn't get a chance to say that to. All right, and it's a Monday. It's a Monday, and also it was the weekend. It was All Star Weekend, and I believe All Star Weekend was in Los Angeles. Brianna will cover that when she comes on for All Star Weekend. All right, and I've had a busy. It's been a busy Monday. It's well, you know what? Let me go back and correct that a little bit. It's been a busy few months for something to talk about. Behind the scenes, it's been a lot going on, and I still can't share particular details, but I can say this much. Just take a listen right here. So, as I said, happy Monday to everyone. You are locked in with the team, Dr. Fight, Brianna Marrae, and of course, I'm Elle. What you are witnessing here today on this Monday, remember this Monday, it's February 16th. Remember this Monday, February 16th. So, throughout this year, throughout the beginning of this year, last year, and all the years prior to where we are right now, we've been laying the groundwork, the foundation to make LB Media even larger than what it is, and it's been growing. It's been growing fantastic. And the one of the things, because I'm proud of a lot of the stuff that we've done here, but one of the things I'm most proud of is the fact that my YouTube engagement has grown. Our YouTube engagement has grown. I was always that person that said, I don't know about YouTube, but the YouTube engagement has grown significantly, and I'm really proud about that. I'm really pleased about that. So what we're doing here is that we're shifting from our foundation. We're shifting to from because we're doing the groundwork. So now we have the foundation already laid, and now we're going for expansion. And what that means for expansion is simply we talk about infrastructure. Everything that we do, you have to have an infrastructure in order to build upon, to grow, to expand. And we have created an amazing infrastructure from having something to talk about, what we're talking about today, to Elle Unfiltered, where we bring on amazing talent throughout the industry, and we talk to them and get their backstory. Absolutely. And then we also highlight all that greatness through our magazine, Brave Magazine, digital as well as print. And from there, we also have KELM Radio. And you guys can tune in to watch KELM 101.9 radio. You can listen to that 24/7. We've also implemented that. And I know I'm probably missing something else. So the magazine live streams and one more thing. So over the weekend, we were working on uh, what I call, well, it's going to be a podcast. So it'll probably be an extension of some of the topics that we talk about here. But we'll focus on maybe one main, and then we'll go into more of the backstory on the new podcast, which is called Aperture. So Aperture. So Aperture. And if you guys don't know what that means, just look it up. But it's called letting the light in, letting the light shine. So we will be turning our lights on some of the things that we talk about here and onto the podcast. So go ahead and I'll let you know when the first one drops. When the first one drops, it hasn't dropped yet, but that's everything. So that's everything that we're working on. We've created through LB Media so far, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So we have really been working to put more to bring on more subscribers and all things of that nature. So I'm really proud about what we're doing. It's been a lot of work, and it's still a great deal of work. Oh Lord, it's a lot of work. But I'm happy. I'm happy with where we are. I'm very proud about that. So you guys just got to stay in for the updates. I can't give you all of the information on what we're working on right now because you don't put all these stuff out there until it's already done and it's established. So that's what we're doing right now behind the scenes. All right. And as you know, it's February, and I love February for a multitude of reasons. One being it's my birthday month. The other being Black History Month. And because I was talking about the business and the things that we're working on to continue to grow and expand LB Media, there were two people that I wanted to focus on today when it comes to Black History Month. So I'm going to talk about Frederick Douglass. Who have not heard Frederick Douglass, abolitionist, orator, all of the good things? But what you don't know maybe is that Frederick Douglass took $10,000 of his own money and he put it into a savings and trust company, a financial institution. What he wanted to do was to be able to establish stability for freed African Americans or free Black folks. I always say Black folk. I don't say African Americans. So, but he wanted to create so they would have a place to put their money and establish some wealth and stability and some growth in their lives, some financial, like I said, financial help. And so he was the first. He was the first to actually, and once he put in that money into the institution, he became one of the owners of the financial institution, and that took place in 1874. So it goes all the way back in showing that as Black people, there's that resilience factor that we always kind of hone into, and so no matter what happens, what I think was really great about Black people as a whole is that we're always able to pivot. So when something is not going right, we're able to step back, assess, and pivot into what's going to work and how it should work. And Frederick Douglass did that beautifully. Not only did Frederick Douglass, let me show you. Okay, let me go here. So I always want to show that I know something about what I'm talking about. As I said, Briana will storm in here in a minute, but I wanted to get the show started, and Dr. Fite will pop in at some point today. But I wanted to get my see, this is me trying to multitask. I don't always do it great. So Brianna's always here, but she's around, like I said, she's running a little behind schedule today, but she's always here to assist me. And I wanted to, yes, so there we go. So as I was speaking about Frederick Douglass, I wanted to make sure that I put him up on the canvas. Every time you see a picture of him, you got to know who he is. Always has a beautiful head of white hair with the beard and all that. So we're talking about everything that he accomplished during his lifetime and how he was a true champion for African Americans. So thank you, Mr. Frederick Douglass. Now let's go here. I don't know how many people know about Miss Bessie Smith. Miss Bessie Smith. So she was a jazz singer. Miss Bessie Smith was a jazz singer. Oh God, I have to go back into my notes. Sometimes I think I have my notes here. Miss Bessie Smith, who we're talking about back in the day. Okay, so Miss Bessie Smith, she was the first female jazz singer. Here we go. First Black female jazz singer to make. Listen to this very carefully. She was to sell over. And I had to look at the number because I was like, this can't be right. Okay? This cannot be right. So Bessie Smith, so on February 16th, which is why I'm talking about it today, she released her very first solo jazz song. And that song made $800,000, or she sold 800,000. Yes, she sold 800,000. I'm sorry, she sold 800,000 copies, and I think it made about $600,000. She sold each one for, I believe it was 75 cents a copy. I believe it was 20. No, it was 25 cents a copy that she sold for, and she was so the highest paid um, black female jazz singer back in that time. And that time was around 1923. And the thing about her was that here's what y'all don't know: in the music industry, the music industry can be very fickle. And so when she released this song, and it sold 800,000 copies in, I believe, I believe if I correctly, it was about the first month she released that. And and so what she did at that point, she said she toured around and toured around. And so the by the time everyone got to know her and her music, this song had made over $1 million. And so if you take that from 19, if you look at that from 1924 and to today's date, that would have equaled up today would be like $10 million. So look at her doing that in 1924 and say, "Ooh, badass." Just say, "Ooh, badass." Honestly. And what she did also was that she traveled around. They had this. She traveled by train, and so she had her train car was decked out in with things that she loved. She traveled in her train car. She slept in her train car. She didn't sleep in hotels because she did not want to deal with the segregation when it comes to hotels. And so I was just hearing about, your people bypass her story and say, "Oh, Bessie Smith, Bessie, who's that? Oh, well, she was an old jazz singer," but she set the standard for what we see in music and what we should know about music and about how Black people changed the music industry. And not only did she sell 800,000 copies, made $1 million in 1924, she also saved Columbia Records. Who has not heard about Columbia Records? She was so popular and her music was so great. And because they walked there, they wanted her as a client. And just before she became a client of Columbia Records, they were just about to go bankrupt. They were just about to fold until they got her. And she literally, her work, her music literally saved Columbia Records. So you guys want to ask like what moves or how did Black American music affect the current industry? Take a look. Just take a look. Just take a look. They were talking about Bessie Smith. We were talking about Frederick Douglass, how he decided he um, wanted to have free slaves, to have Black wealth, start having stability and control in their lives. And he took his own money. It wasn't money that he borrowed from a bank. It's money that he earned. And he said, "I'm going to put it here." And when he invested that money into that bank, that's when it became, what was the name of the bank? It was called the Free. Okay, I'll put it in my notes when I talk about when I tell you about Frederick Douglass and how his contributions. We always want to say he was a great orator, which means he was a great speaker, but we don't speak about the financial aspects, how he wanted to challenge um, the norm. He wanted, to have that seat in the room. And when he deposited that $10,000, that made him a board member in that room and of that institution. Those are things. Those are like the backstories behind the scenes that a lot of times that people don't really talk about. And I wanted to really focus on those because those tie in to some of the stories that we're going to be speaking about today. So Miss Bessie Smith, plus she knows my maiden name. Say nine. God, I have to love them, but I just find it so it's just amazing how people in 1924 she could do that, and we complain about here in 2026 about the not having whatever. But it's what's good about what we're talking about is that we know that it's possible. And so you always hear people say you just have to know that it's possible. It is possible because we're showing it right here through history. History has proven and has shown that we can accomplish different feats, in our lives. No matter what the struggle is, where you come from, if you just gotta stay focused, and you gotta keep your head kept down and keep it moving. Not everyone's gonna understand what you do and why you do it and how you move. But if that feeling is genuine in your heart, then you just like, yeah, I got this. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I love the fact that we're talking about Miss Bessie Smith and Mr. Frederick Douglass, because honestly, I don't think you could ever learn too much. Even if you say, okay, I'm just going to spend the month of February. But for us, for people of color, and for Black people, Black History Month is 365 days a year. It's not just the one month. It's just not the 28 days. And everybody always saying, "Oh, well, you guys are short." Yeah, no, we're never short. Because we got to keep talking about it and keep talking about it. It's 365 days a year. So the reason why I kind of like stumbled around a little bit, because I said Brianna's not here right now. She's working her way in, and it's really great for me because I'm running different things. I'm running this stuff over here. I'm talking to you guys here, engaging you guys in the conversation. If you guys have any thoughts about whatever we're talking about, please go ahead. Feel free. Feel free to go ahead and check in. I would love to see you guys, your comments. Um, I'd love to see your comments in my notes. Okay? All right. So Frederick Douglass and Miss Bessie Smith. Oh, another note too. While we're talking about that, I mentioned KELM radio, which is our radio station. KELM 101.9 to be exact is our station. But if you guys have uh, Alexa, you guys can say, Alexa, play KELM radio. And not only you can hear us from there, but we'll have these stories, because I'm going to post the stories up here for until the end of February about the people we discuss on our show. So feel free to go over there, listen to KELM radio. Like I said, if you have Alexa, just say, Alexa, play KELM, and you can hear what we're talking about. You can also have some requests. There's also a space available on the station that you can request and leave your information there as well. Now, okay, so I want to go. Brianna will come in here and kind of retool what I have up here, but right now we're live, so I'm happy, I'm ecstatic about that. I'm gleeful because I said, Lord, please, just let me go and do it the right way. So I'm really, really happy. Hey, Adam, all you guys who are on TikTok, hey, we appreciate, and I always speak for Brianna and Dr. Fight when they're not here, but we appreciate the support you guys give us, and I love it. Like I said, on YouTube, on Facebook, on IG, Brianna has already she preset this all up, so I wouldn't have to worry about a lot of when I came on, because I know she said she's going to be a little later today. So she did that for me, but we are live though, so it's not pre-recorded. I am live because you can tell because I'm stumbling all kind of crazy stuff. Got it? All right, so let's go. I want to go back in here. Let me go back into, because my next story, as I said, these kind of tie in together, because over the let's go here. Where are we? Where are we? So over the weekend. Oh, let me go back a little bit. So let me go back a little bit. I want to put this up here. Okay, so we're talking about growth, and we're talking about keeping the legacy going, and how one person's legacy can continue on for decades and decades. This man right here, and I want to tie it into Valentine's Day before I get into the rest of the story. Jamie Foxx. Oh, Jamie went through a medical crisis, and last year, and he came back from that, and he put out his first new song in like 11 years, and it's called Somebody. And oh my God. Okay, first of all, I was teased a little bit last week when I first saw it. I was like, Jamie's got a new song out. But here's the funny thing. I had been talking. I said, Jamie, every time I see Jamie, I said, Jamie Foxx needs a new song. Jamie Foxx needs new music. I need new music from Jamie Foxx. And even when back in the day, before he was sick, and when his friend Keith, which was also my friend, when Keith Jefferson, we were connected, and we talked about his friendship with Jamie, and then how um, we were going to kind of help, hopefully get Jamie involved in the project that he and I both are working on. And if you guys don't believe, you guys can go and check out some of the things I posted in the past, and you can see me with Keith and some other people. And because Keith and Jamie were really, 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 really good friends, so it was a lot talking to Keith and learning about Jamie's their connection and the backstory together. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to where we are now. Jamie had a new song, has a new song. It's called Somebody, and smart release because he released it on the day before Valentine's Day, so he released it on Friday the 13th. And from what I'm looking at and from some of the streams that I see, there's no okay. First of all, he released it independently. That's the first thing. So if you guys know anything about Jamie Foxx, you know his production company is called Foxhole. And so he released his new single through Foxhole. Fantastic new song. Love it, love it. It is like quintessential Jamie Foxx. Love it. So Jamie released that. And so far, right now, I think for the 48 hours, it's showing that this song has garnered over 1 million plus streams. You won't know the full number until I guess till maybe like the end of the week. We'll have a better count, but everyone has been waiting for new music from Jamie Foxx. And I think he's trying to say, okay, I did this one song. Let me see how it's going to do. Yeah, we love it. I absolutely love it. When Briana gets in here, she's going to play it for us. And you know, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Jamie Foxx's latest song, which I know is going to be a hit. And also, you know, people kept always wanting to say, oh, like everyone has genres, and they kept saying, oh, the R&B genre, it's dead, it's not booming, it's not doing anything anymore. This man right here is going to put R&B back on the map. It never left the map anyway. It's just that people are get so tuned into saying, "Oh, I'm a pop artist, I'm a pop singer, whatever," and they don't want to acknowledge their genre or whatever. But Jamie Foxx has said this is an R&B song. Anyone can listen to R&B. You don't have to be a specific race. If you look at so many people, look at Justin Timberlake. Oh, please, Justin Timberlake. We all know that Justin Timberlake has that soul factor. He has that R&B factor. He has all that. So he's one of those that cross genres. And the thing about it, here is what I'm going to give. This is my own personal advice. When you can cross genres and still have a viewing audience or listeners, you have a hit. You have certified hits, and you have, to me, made yourself a true artist. When your music transcends different genres, love it. Love it. So congratulations to Jamie Foxx, Jay Fox. Oh my goodness. Love it. Just I can't wait to hear more. I can't wait to see you climbing the pop charts. Looking forward to all of that. Looking forward to all of it. All right. So congratulations to Jamie. Okay, so now I want to go to okay. Let's talk about this now. Okay. Let's get into it. Because this story right here started unraveling. Well, I think it really hit the fan on Friday. As I said before, Friday 13th was a lot happening. And so here we go. So I don't know why that's up there, but it's really kind of bugging the hell out of me. Okay. All right. So we want to talk about, let me go into I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm kind of like stopping and stalling, but I want to, let me go back into my notes because it's imperative that I get into the story because this is the story that's going to follow us for a while, and it's going to go into, we're gonna give us some more backstory on Aperture, which is our latest, which is the podcast. So here's how we differentiate what we do now. So this is our live weekly broadcast, and then we have Aperture, APERTURE. We have that podcast that's going to give us more backstory on one of the conversations that we talk about during the live stream. Okay, now the one we're talking about, Wasserman. Okay, we're talking about the Wasserman Group and how a $4 billion empire is. Oh my God. All right, so it's like the Epstein files is like the story that keeps on giving. That there's never it's never enough information. So I think like early last week, I'm trying to do, so I believe early last week some more Epstein files were released, and in those Epstein files there was Casey Wasserman's name front and center, the one who owns this recording music. He represents musicians, sports people, just a $4 billion group. $4 billion. And this is back. So this particular email was back in 2003 when I guess he had interaction with Maxwell, whatever her name is, Ghislaine, or whatever her name is, Maxwell. There were emails about them doing really talking about black leather outfits and other stuff, and yeah, just I can't get it right now. Just on and on and on and on. Just talking about, yeah, I can't get it right now. Yeah, about wanting to see her. Yeah, about, oh my god, I'm trying to do something with the baby. So wanting to see her. Okay, that's I can do. So wanting to see her, in her black leather, wanting to do some really kinky stuff to her, all that crazy stuff. So anyway, and how he had taken trips on Epstein's private plane, and just a lot of information. And so he decided that, well, I am going to have to step down from my company, the Wasserman Group, where I think earlier during the week, I think Rome, what's the artist that stepped down and stepped away? Let me see, the artist that stepped away. So there was a couple of music artists and some others that the company that they represented. Even Kendrick Lamar, they were also representing him. I don't know if Kendrick Lamar has left that company just yet. I don't know, but I think Ronan and some other people have left. But here's my thing: 2003. This is what happens when people have too much time on their hands, and maybe they have too much money. And I don't think people ever understand. Sometimes there can be too much wealth, or at the time, Jeffrey Epstein was I guess he was the go-to guy. I mean, this guy was in there, created this amazing company. But look, what's what I want to show you right here. So this is we're gonna do more of a deep dive with Aperture on Thursday. We're gonna do more of a deep dive with that one. But look where this guy came from. Look where this guy came from. His grandfather. Let's say his grandfather, Lou Wasserman, was the architect of this group. Your grandfather gave you a legacy. First of all, you know what it is, because that was not his. Well, I'm gonna go into detail more on the other podcast. Here's the thing: you were left this group, but the grandfather was a mogul, throughout the heydays in Hollywood. Produced a lot of great film, a lot of great talent. Did all that good stuff. But then you come along, the grandson Casey comes along, and hey, Bram's in the room. So Casey comes along. He makes the company even bigger, makes it more grand. You got to make it bigger because I refuse to mess it. Make it more grand. And so people were, they said they want to be a part of the Wasserman Group and all this other stuff throughout the years. I have no idea what happened. So Brianna she has to come in here and fix things up for me. And I guess you can text the other guy and see where he is. But anyway, so Casey came on.
Is that better?
Yeah, I was just trying to get rid of this right there.
Oh,
yeah. So Casey came along. There we go. You can make it bigger. And Casey came along, and like I said, who else? Who did he represent? There you go. Who did he represent?
Casey Watson.
The Wasserman Group. Was it Ronan? Who else?
Oh, I don't know.
No, she don't know. She's getting here, so I do know because I see my notes. But so
Wait, didn't I put
yeah, they're in. I just didn't scroll down. So go ahead. So this is Granddaddy, 1946. Granddaddy founded the Wasserman Group. Then let's go. Brenda gonna go into my notes for me. See, I love it when she's here because she can help me with stuff. But I think I've been carrying on pretty well. I think I've been doing pretty well. I covered Jamie Foxx. Okay, I did my Black History moment.
Okay.
Yep. And so I'm into the Wasserman Group. So
I think it's up in here.
Yeah, it's probably up in there. So I have my notes for me because you guys know sometimes I forget stuff.
Oh, it's somewhere in there.
So
okay. Here it is.
Go ahead. Okay.
Corbin Wasserman Empire.
Okay, yeah. So this is a $4 billion group. Yeah. Damn, this is why I think people are crazy. Because now it's like the word billionaires are being just turned out like the word millionaire was. It was like, can you achieve becoming a millionaire? So now it's like, can you achieve becoming a billionaire? And so I think when people, I was just saying before Briana entered the room, I said, I think some people can have too much money. Because why get involved with Epstein? What is it in your history that you all that thought that it's okay to go and date underage girls?
That's like I was reading something earlier. So I guess somebody from the Pritzker that owns like the Hyatt, he retired because of I guess his association with Epstein. I don't think he was mentioned in the files, but I guess just his association. That's why.
Yeah, that's you guys. That's my little boo boo on the other side of me. So, but you know what? And that's what I'm saying. Now, these people have the decency to say, "I'm going to step down because I don't want all this attention on my $4 billion company." Now, the thing about Casey is that, okay, Casey, you stepped down from your company on Friday. You left a message saying, you don't want to be a distraction, all this other stuff. But hell, you're still the head of the Los Angeles 28 Olympics. So I'm not really understanding how that's still appropriate. That's the other issue.
That's not work.
How's that appropriate? Yeah. So and he said, so I'm gonna step away because I don't want the attention. I don't want negative attention on my company. But I'm gonna be the head of the 28 Olympics.
And like.
Make it make sense.
In like a year and a half.
Yeah, make it make sense. And so now what he's doing now is trying to sell his company. So now he's trying to save the company by selling the company. So who's going to snatch up this $4 billion company? So right now it's kind of does it feel like a fire sale to you guys? Really, maybe
a whole bunch of fire sales.
Okay, yeah, I don't think so, but what? Okay, it's okay.
I moved it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would name it.
Remember talking to him, and sometimes I don't understand what he's trying to whisper in my ear, but that's what happens. That's the fella. So, if I was the grandfather, should be pissed because this man was a Hollywood mogul for years that kind of kept a clean profile, I guess you want to call it. And then here comes the selfish ass little grandson. There's so many selfish. Selfish.
I need breakfast.
You are. There's so many just selfish ass people. Yeah. So, if I had $4 billion, would I buy the company? Yeah. I don't have to think about that. I mean, you have a loaded roster of talented people that's making money. That's why you guys are in business and manage to make that kind of money. So who's going to buy it? Oh, let me just dip in here for a minute. So Warner Brothers, Paramount. While you're busy trying to still get yourself into Warner Brothers Discovery, why don't you buy the Wasserman Group? Take some of that $4 billion that you're trying to now you want to do $30 a share. You're trying to do $30 a share, and you kind of like double what you said you would do the first time. What is it about Warner Brothers that you just got to have?
Oh, their
IP,
mm-hmm.
all their intellectual properties. But excuse me, love you too. But excuse me, didn't you know that before you bought Paramount? Paramount has IPs as well. But I will tell you, I know Whatchamacallit has a hell of a substantial library. They have a huge library. So just saying. Woo. So let's keep an eye on. We're gonna when I do the first podcast for Aperture. That has to roll off my tongue. That's the podcast. My backstory is going to be on the Wassermans because I'm going to have more information. I have more backstory about this. Now, there was nothing really weird in his background as a kid growing up, or that I have discovered yet. But if I keep digging, I'm going to discover some other stuff. So we'll get more into that on, and I'll let you know when the first episode from the podcast of Aperture drops. Keep in mind, I always tell you guys see us here. These are our live streams. It's not a podcast, it's not a live stream. So, you text FITE? Mm-hmm. Oh, you did? Yeah. Okay. Did you text him? Yeah. Okay. And so, good luck. But I'm going to talk more about the Wassermans because I just think that you all are destroying the images of Hollywood. Just saying. And it's because of greed and selfishness. But I think he was more infatuated with the whole, what's her name? Ghislaine. What the hell is her name?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
So a lot of his emails, they were back and forth being really naughty with each other. So whatever reason, he had a crush on her or I don't know. But you saw him with underage girls. There's photos out there. There's photos out there with the occupant in the White House with him got underage girls on his lap. You know, and so why is he still sitting at 1600 Pennsylvania? I don't know. But all of that is disgusting. I knew he was stupid, but he's also disgusting. But okay. And I'm talking about the occupant in DC. That's I digress, because anytime I talk about him, I get a headache. So let me stop talking about him because I lose my voice, because that is a POS if ever. Okay, so I'm gonna get more into the Wassermans and give you guys more about that, because that's a story that's just not just getting legs, and I want those legs to be standing up tall and arms out, ready to fly when I come with the story on on that. So that's what I want to do. All right, so that's the Wassermans. Who else is in my and Brianna's gonna come with her Black History moment, but she'll do that later on in the show. I cover mine, but hers is really interesting. I think you guys will love it. I think you guys will love it. So this is a story that's really been working on my nerves. This right here. You guys know, oh my gosh, James Vanderbeek, right?
Yep.
So James Vanderbeek passed away on last Thursday?
Wednesday.
Last Wednesday, at the age of 48. You know, you guys may remember him from Dawson's Creek. You know, when he was there was so many really talented people came from Dawson's Creek. James was one of them. What's Tom Cruise's ex, Katie Holmes came from there. What's the other guy? Joshua Jackson, who with the gray hair, gotta go. You love you, Joshua Jackson, but the gray hair is not working for me.
You ain't even 50.
Right, anyway, it's not working for me. And who else? What's her name? She was so weird. What's the blonde girl?
She was weird. She was weird on Dawson's Creek. Michelle Williams.
Yeah, Michelle Williams, and she's still weird. Yeah. She's still weird.
She had that quiet.
Yeah. She's talented as hell, but it's just that she's weird. You have another picture. So let me start with this. So to his family, we send them heartfelt condolences. James passed away from colorectal cancer stage 3. Now, this story really beats to the heart of me, just because being family members of a person who passed away from that very same disease several years back. You can kind of imagine the things that he was going through, the procedures he was going through, treatments that he was going through, all of that. So Brianna and I know very well, and those family members who also have other family members, you also know as well. So we understand what you're feeling, that tremendous loss. Yeah. But so now let's go to this side of the story. So
it's irritating.
Yeah, and it's even more irritating today because there's more to the story.
It is. You want me to start?
Sure, go ahead. Because I've been talking since you guys got here, so go ahead. Take it.
I'll go here. I'm gonna turn this so y'all can see. Let me go here. So after he passed, a GoFundMe was started for his widow and their 6 kids. Mm-hmm. And so people are like, and so of course here people start. Why do they need a GoFundMe page? He was acting for well over 30 years. You want to know why? Because treating that type of cancer is not cheap.
And it's aggressive cancer.
And it's an aggressive type. So when you're trying to do that, you burn through, I don't care how much money you have. When you're trying to do that, you burn through money very quickly. He was selling off his memorabilia from Dawson's Creek. Mm-hmm. He also did Varsity Blues. So, people making that comment, first of all, you need to do your research. That's the first thing. Stop making. And so then somebody else came. And then after that happened, because the GoFundMe page has raised over $2.6 million.
Oh, so that's hard. It was 2.5. Okay.
So now it's up over 2.6. So, they need the money. So then another story comes out later about they need to stay in their house. And so people are like, well, why don't they sell it? Well, anyway, what happened is that I didn't know, but when they first moved to Austin, Texas, they were renting
the property.
This ranch. They were renting it. So then finally they were able to purchase it last month.
Right. Secure the loan for the down payment on the property.
Right. Secure for the down on the property. and they did. I guess they had help from friends that put the down payment into a trust. And so people are still coming out now after the fact and saying, "Well, it's worth $4.7 million. Why don't you just sell your house? Sell your house."
They're not going to get what is the value of it in the first place because they just purchased the property. But I read that too. So now I read that too today. People are saying they say they have an issue with the GoFundMe because they were able to secure a loan from family and friends.
Family and friends through a trust. They put the money into a trust.
Right. So you know where the money is going for, what the money is being used for. And so people are ready to tell about that. Listen here, if you gave money for the GoFundMe and you want your money back, I'm sure that people give you your money back if you just have an issue with it. But I don't even think that that's the case. I think these are people who have nothing else to talk about, and you just some hateful ass people.
They are self-hating people.
Yep.
And they hate everybody else. And so now I'm going to make a comment. Go have several seats. The man has 6 children and a wife that he left behind. His youngest child is 4 and his oldest is 15. Shut up. It is hard enough dealing with that kind of disease in private.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're dealing with public, and you have to hear opinions from people that don't like the fact that they started the GoFundMe. You know what? A lot of people have started GoFundMe. Why? Because a lot of people choose not to have life insurance. I'm pretty sure he had that, but when you're cashing in, let me just go here. My dad had the same disease, and they offered him a medication. The one medication was $10,000.
Oh, and let's be clear, it was one dose. It wasn't multiple doses. It was one dose.
$10,000 for one dose. So think about it, he was trying to just fight to live for his family.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much money you're pouring into that? I don't care if you're a multi-millionaire 10 times over. That kind of medical debt can cripple a family.
Especially a family with 6 kids.
Right. And that's what it's doing. So if you donate it and you're mad, ask for your money back. But sit down, shut up, and stop making comments about a situation you do not know unless you have went through it. Okay?
There she goes.
That's my rant for today. I don't even like saying that word, but I hate when people make a comment on a situation they don't know.
They have no knowledge about, right?
Let's go even further. Since we bring that up, let's go to this picture.
Yes. There you go. People
got attitude about this picture because they're like, that should be a private moment and you shouldn't share that. Really? Have we just become so into the negative of everything because you have negative energy in the White House? That's what I'm gonna call it, negative energy. I ain't gonna say the occupant. Negative energy. Because that brings out the worst in everybody. And so everybody's just used to that. We can't even be decent about a picture between 2 men who became very close friends after he was on Dance with the Stars. Mm-hmm. And they want to share a moment of love before he died. Mm-hmm. Like, are we just too negative for this now? Have we just lost all empathy around here now? I mean, really.
Yeah, and so people are saying that he should have kept that. They should have kept that picture private. They should have kept the picture private. But the thing is that his wife, James Vanderbeek, his wife took the photo, and he had told me that he was fine with him sharing that picture. You know, I think it's a beautiful photo. I think it's a beautiful photo. You know, and I'm sure Alfonso is like, you know what, I don't regret it because I'm positive that he had permission from James as well as James's wife to share the photo. So that's just, you know, this is what's wrong with the world. If you can't find any empathy, you know, for another human being, then there's something wrong with you. There's something fundamentally wrong with you as a so-called human being, because we know that Sub-Zero that's at Pennsylvania, that has no empathy for anyone. That has no compassion for anyone whatsoever. What?
Sub-Zero.
Oh. He has no empathy or compassion for anyone. And those who are chiming in and adding their comments, you are just like that. You're just like that. You're trying to get in people's financial affairs.
When they're supposed to be rich and have money.
Right. Exactly.
So here's what I say. To the people that are making comments, when something happens to you, and you want people to donate,
or you want people just to help, have some sympathy for you,
right? Or to have sympathy, and they don't. Think about what you said about other people.
Yep.
I don't care. There is no reason to comment. And I've heard that actually from people I know. Well, they were millionaires, so why do they need to go fund me? Shut up.
Because because here's the thing. Even when you have medical insurance, it will not cover every aspect of that disease.
So
it does not.
But then here's the thing. Then also when you have a prick, like sub-zero negative energy in the
that's so good. Sub-zero negative, yeah.
Right. Sub-zero negative energy. When you have that, who is cutting from HIV research, childhood cancer research, just cancer research in general. When you have that, well, what the hell are you supposed to do? Pulling us out the World Health Organization again. Bravo to California and Illinois for still staying in. So somewhere we get notification from, because you got this fat ass who wants to pocket every dollar. Then he wants to put his name on every fucking building. Like, what, and I don't even try to be this way, but when your cankles gonna finally kick in? Because you are the worst of the worst.
He is the worst of the worst.
And you bring out the worst in everybody with your 27% approval rate.
My prayer is that when the midterms, because everybody nervous about the midterms, but here's what I say.
Just make it overwhelming.
God's got this. God's got it. God's got it. Because if we know who our Heavenly Father is, you're not going to let somebody keep going to destroy everything that He created. And here's the thing: if all you Republicans who don't have the courage, but you can talk about the stuff behind the closed doors, but you can't stand up and face people head on. Until you can do that, to me, I need you to sit down and shut the F up. I need you to have several seats. Take the whole damn ballroom and sit down and shut the hell up. That's what I need you to do. Just sit down. So to what's his name? In the family,
James
Vanderbeek, which Briana grew up watching Dawson's Creek.
Oh my God, his dad and brother broke my heart.
Oh, I didn't know he had a brother.
Yeah, he got a brother, and his dad just God. I read that and started crying. His dad broke my heart. That was just
what happened?
Huh? Oh no, Dad just said, how you're never supposed to bury your children.
Oh yeah.
And how just an amazing. It was just it was heartbreaking.
Oh yeah. That is very true. That is very true. And you could tell that they tried so many different things, and he fought. He actually from my husband's diagnosis to his passing was what, less than a year? Was it? It was a year.
8 months.
It was 8 months. Okay, it was 8 months. Okay,
it was actually probably longer.
It probably was a little longer than that, but yeah. So yeah, it's just the fact that
he was stubborn.
Well, you know what? When you fight that kind of disease, stubbornness will serve you well.
Well, stubbornness served him well.
Stubbornness will serve you well.
That man was a mule.
Yeah. He did. He literally worked up until a week before he passed, or days before he passed. Like 2 days before he passed. Yeah.
That man was a mule.
Yeah.
I told him he was always a.
So when you look at the picture with Alfonso Ribeiro and James Vanderbeek, it took me back to that place when Bruce Sells, my husband Briana's dad, passed away, and we were the only three in that room, and so I still have the picture in my head, but standing on Briana was on one side and I on the other side, and that was a moment. And so when I looked at that picture of James Vanderbeek and Alfonso Ribeiro, that kind of took me back to that place again. And I said, what a beautiful moment. What a beautiful moment. They chose to share it. That's great. I don't know if you've done that, but it was a beautiful moment in my opinion. For them to share. Great, beautiful moment. What was that?
Oh, Dr. Fite said something.
Oh, he said something. Okay. All right.
Well, he sent a video. So.
It's the Monday thing?
No, this is a video of it. So I explained the video. I'm trying to send it, but I explained the concept.
Okay.
So I'll explain.
Dr. Fite is sending something, because it's coming up on his segment.
So
how about we give a song first, and then we come back with that one.
Okay.
So that'll give you time. So we're gonna play a little music. So I'm going to put you guys on pause right here, and you guys can go to KELM Radio and check out what we're talking about. And then in about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, we're going to come on back. I'll show you the clip. Then Brianna will.
That way you know what we're talking about.
Okay. So we're gonna get ready for Dr. Fite segment. Hey, you all! I thought for a hot second that I saw some family of mine that was on Facebook, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, so Brianna's gonna come. Oh, Brianna, do we have Jamie's new song?
I do.
All right, because I said it. I said when Brianna gets in, I said we're gonna play Jamie Foxx's latest song because I talked about Jamie. I know she. Why even ask? Why even ask?
You know
Why even ask? So we're gonna give you guys Jamie Foxx's latest song, and then we're gonna come back and talk and talk about Dr. Fite segment. So Jamie, that song, I said, oh my God, it is. I just said to the viewers, I said it is quintessential Jamie Foxx. It just is. And then last night, then watching, we watched the replays of the Jamie Foxx show, and Jamie doing his singing. You're like, yeah. The boy got a voice. He can sing. He got it all.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm gonna put you guys on pause. Go to KELM Radio and check it out while we're on it.
We still got two brothers sharing the same bowl.
So this is what Dr. Fite said.
What's my pause?
I'm calling my
So her man, he takes care of all the bills.
Take care of the kids. He stepped in. Oh yes, how he do that with no ambition? No, he got money. I want more. You know what? He's complacent. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you said straight to me.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market
That's what the song. If you guys just tuning back in, we were listening to Jamie Foxx's Somebody. Jamie says, I need somebody to help me get the somebody off my mind. That's what the song is about.
I bet people was blasting that for Valentine's
That's why
Day.
I said that was brilliant move to drop it on Friday the 13th, and to have the whole Valentine weekend. Awesome, great, cool. All right. And so we're coming back because you ready to give that up or what?
What?
Dr. Fite segment?
I didn't give it up. I was trying to.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll let y'all hit all the.
That's just tacky.
Well, I don't, cause I have to convert and everything, and I was trying to do two things.
Okay, well go ahead and convert it. What's our next topic? Oh, okay. Let me go to Westmore. Westmore, right here. Okay. If you guys don't know this handsome gentleman right here, this is Westmore, the Black governor of Maryland. So over the week, it's coming up, right? It's the governors. Oh hell!
I think it came already because I think they ended up canceling because he was trying to make it just for Republican governors.
Well, they said the Democrats said they were boycotting it because what it is that it was just supposed to not just for all governors, but I guess some other cabinet members, And so Westmore said this is what I said. I like what's kept it. He said he kept it 100 if I want to say. He said, "Nah, I'm good." West sat down with Laura. What is that? Laura O'Donnell. What's her name? O'Donnell. Nora O'Donnell. He said that with Nora O'Donnell because he said, "Nah, I'm good." He said, "Nah, I'm good." But that's what he said. He the Sub-Zero crap at the Pennsylvania Avenue said that
Sub-Zero negative energy.
Sub-Zero negative energy, aka that shit. That's all I can say. That shit. I can't. I refuse to acknowledge the man by name because he's just not worthy of that. And speaking of that word, Westmore said that because that's what Sub-Zero said that he wasn't worthy. So he was uninvited. That's what he said. He said yeah, he's not worthy. That's what he said.
I might have a 3-4 rest today. Rewind that again.
Yeah, he said what? He said he was uninviting him because he was unworthy.
Who the hell are you to determine who is worthy of anything?
And those were Westmore's exact comments. He said worthy.
Oh my God!
Right? He said I know that I'm worthy. He said one part. He said God knows that I'm worthy. My constituents tell me that I'm worthy. So that means nothing to me. Yeah. So he's unworthy. He's not worthy. So he said, who is he to determine my worth? Right. Someone who got their college education bought and paid for because he is one of the I can't even say he is the stupidest. Exactly. Stupid MF ever. And you're gonna call a man who was I think he served in the military, was a captain in the military. So they ain't worthy. And he's he's the vice chair, so he co-chairs this governor's stop. Okay. So he told him that he's unworthy. And so my thing is, who are you to first of all tell him to spell it? That's the first part. Tell him to spell the word worthy and give the true definition. Because I can tell you he can't give you that because that's stupid MF.
This the same man that couldn't pronounce acetaminophen.
Right, exactly. He couldn't break down the syllables and pronounce acetaminophen. Okay, so So as they said, this was Westmore's drop the mic moment when he said, nah, because I get Nora O'Donnell followed up with a question, said, if he changed his mind and extended you an invitation, would you attend? He said, nah, I'm good. And so that's what's been trending the whole time. And I said, way to go, Westmore. Way to go.
I can't believe he said he ain't worthy.
Yeah. But this is what he thinks about what he think about black folks. Yeah. And the main thing is that he's scared. He's scared of black folks. He's scared because first of all, ain't nobody scared of you. That's the first part. Okay. No, ain't nobody's scared of you, Stumpy. He wish why I can't get this, Briana? I can't get the damn thing. You know how you got to verify your thing. I can't get it. Got it. I said, tell you I got it. Okay, I just have to keep verifying me. So what is that, a number 100 plus or something? 1,000 plus? Yeah.
That's a new
Yeah, he said Westmore, he's not worthy. Yeah. And it's damn near comical if it is, because you said that coming from somebody as stupid. And you all, pardon me when I use the word stupid, but that is the only word that fits that stupid ass bald head with that wig saw on his head. That funky ass, stank ass white man that's sitting at Omaha.
I go like, let's do it. You stinking bastard, because you stink. Everybody know you stink.
Everyone said right there, he got an odor. Everyone said he has an odor.
That's just the flavor. I was sitting over here and I'm sitting like thinking of him saying that, yeah, he's not worthy. You got the nerve. And so guess what? So when you finally go wherever you headed to, and you got to stand in judgment, that's what you gonna hear. You're not worthy to be here. You go here. That's what you gonna hear.
I don't even think the bitch worthy to go to hell. I mean, I don't. He is.
Will you?
Don't
get that. That's a new one.
What?
That's a new one. Hell may not want you. Well, where you go after hell?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
Like, when you so horrible that potentially hell don't even want you. I just can't get over it. I had to laugh because not worthy. From you?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, he's not worthy.
I wish I was standing right there when he said it, so I could have bust out laughing in his face.
Well, Wes probably did. He said, "What?" He said, "What the fuck was that?"
Not
worthy.
From you?
I would go back to my original thought. I said, first of all, spell it. That's my first thought. Because when I say stupid, that biatch is stupid with all caps, and I'm not kidding.
Oh,
yeah. I
had to have you. That's why I said rewind. He said what?
Right. When you list all of the man's accomplishments, his service, his career service, all of that, but yet it's still he's not worthy. Now what he's not worthy to is to lick my shoes. I would pay him to lick my shoes. Besides him, he ain't worthy to shine my shoes, lick my shoes.
You ain't worthy to kiss my ass.
He ain't worthy to take my garbage out and dump it in the He's just not worthy. He's just not worthy.
That's a new one.
But to call somebody, and he keeps always talking about the ones who got the education. But look at that. But look at dumb gnome and cockeyed ass Patel. look at all this. A butthead ass Hexeth.
No, Keg says.
Yeah, Keg says. But anyway, here when the beefs and butthead. Yeah.
Can you imagine Bondi with her tape in?
Oh my God. You can tell she got it. You can tell she got a fresh new dude. The bitch has so much more attitude.
Look, right. That's why she has so much attitude.
Right.
Rage and Bondi. That's her new one. I think they have Trump deranged syndrome, and I think you're stupefied.
No, bitch. I think that would be you. That's what I said. No, that's you.
Look, I got one for she's been stupefied.
Is it even possible that they can be dumber than what they are?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. There is you're stupid already, and then this is a new one. I'm like, then you go around people think you're stupefied. So now the company you keep has made you even more stupid. That's a new one.
Damn, well, that's even possible. Is that even possible? I just figure when they're at the level of stupidity that they are, I was just like, really?
And then you know what's insulting? You're 60 years old acting like that.
Yeah, no decorum whatsoever. No,
My 4-year-old has more sense than that.
Yeah,
up there raging like a raven lunatic. She looks like him. Just how he acted, that's what she looked like.
And
the whole world to see. And you know
and
what?
The fact of the matter is that the ones who they're sitting there laughing at her.
Right, because
that's kind of what made the bitch even more upset was that they were smirking at her.
Right, because
because
the Democrats sat up there and they said, and they was talking to each other. They was like, "Watch me play this dumb bitch." Yep. I know what they said. I would say the same thing. Yep. Watch me play her, and she fell for a hook, line, and sinker.
Exactly.
They played your ass, and you fell hook, line, and sinker for it. Because I saw the one dude asking her the question. He sat there like this. He just was smirking. He tried not to laugh at her dumb ass. But they played you like a fiddle. And you fell for the okie doke.
Poor baby. Poor baby.
No, she don't get no poor baby.
Poor baby.
She don't get that. Because you're a grown ass woman and you sitting up there probably on your knees for a man that's gonna sell you down the river. Because as soon as it go bad, he gonna throw your ass on the river.
He's gonna lay everything at all their feet. Everything.
With her.
Yep. Bondi, Gnome, Hexes. It was all. Everything's gonna be your fault, and you all were incompetent.
Right.
That's how it's going to be.
It's gonna be right there. As soon as all you all get impeached and thrown out there, he gonna talk about y'all like a dog. He gonna be, I picked the wrong people. They were no good. They were useless to me. All that.
Because here's the thing about Sub-Zero.
Because he'll take no account.
Because Daddy told him, he said, never say you're wrong. Never apologize for anything. And he knows anything. And so he does exactly today. He still tells it. He never takes ownership for anything ever. And I can say, how do you go through life and never take ownership for anything? Nothing. And then manage to make it way to the last. I don't. It ain't for me to understand. God got his own reason why he do it, but I don't understand it, and it can't be explained to me. So there you go. Okay. So let's move on to. I know we can probably get back to some of my topics that I cover wrong.
Thank you.
I may have covered them all, but even if I did not, I'll come back to some of the circle back around.
That's okay. I got a video.
But let's go. Dr. Fite is not here, but he's got a video that he wanted us to watch, and then we will comment on that. So if you're ready, let's go. I'm ready because I want to get the full effects of it. So I didn't get the full read on it.
Who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with?
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in.
How he do that with no ambition?
No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
And he's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work. Waking up every day and showing up for my children. Showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression? Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough. But she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby. Take a moment, read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8. Because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I make more than him.
Ooh.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills?
Yeah.
And you make more money?
Yeah.
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not done by mistake. That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the black woman can be elevated to start looking at they men like they're not doing enough.
No.
It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours. What you choose to do, you have the freedom to pivot and pivot and pivot. Try this, go to school, because this man is saying, I'm going to sacrifice and take care of the foundational things so that you can have a choice whether or not you want to work or not. And so when you saying that man lacked ambition, I just think it's ambition in a direction you can't recognize.
Okay, that was an interesting conversation. What's my feet on it? She's a selfish bitch. That's my first thing.
Thank you. I said some women choose not to be happy.
Right, and the sad part about it is that if she gets another man that's making more than her, she's going to have something else to say, because she's not happy with who she is as a woman.
Right.
That's the bottom line. That's the
and
first problem.
you can tell it on her face.
Yeah.
Because I was just looking at him like, I had to rewind the video because I'm like, she said what? She said he had no ambition. The first thing that came when you said men that don't have ambition, you think they're bum. I was thinking she was gonna say he don't work.
Well, see, maybe her thing is that her man is a blue collar worker, and maybe she wants him to elevate to be more like a white collar dude. And this is where the part comes in, was that know who you marry. That's the first part, because he probably never was going to be a white collar dude. And let me say this: I said,
you have to be okay with it.
You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay knowing the fact that yes, you make more money. You'll always make more money, but he's still taking care of the household. Mm-hmm. You got to be okay with who he is. You chose him because at a point in time he did something for you that allowed you to get to where you are. That's what the bottom line is. And now you saying, well, now I'm at this particular stature in life, so but now I need him to up his game. No, that's not who you marry.
He probably is complacent because he's happy where he's at.
Exactly.
My daddy was complacent.
And you know what?
You could not make him do
nothing that would put him in a suit and tie.
Right.
That was not going to happen.
That was not him. Now, when he cleaned up nicely and bury himself in some cologne, absolutely.
Yep.
But 7 days a week when he wasn't doing nothing, that man was in jeans and a t-shirt, and he was a blue collar, and that was his thing.
Yep, he was a blue collar worker, right? And here's the thing: I when we first got together, I thought he wanted to elevate to be something else, to be put through the white collar, but that wasn't him. I had to learn over the years. Hell, he's happy being who he is, and he's taking care of the household. So, but that allowed me to be able to expand and to do what I want to do. So I shut that up. I deposit the money in the bank, and be chill with that.
I know a particular person that's his thing. He is happy doing what he doing. Okay, you like that? That make it fine. But for me as who I am, I have other aspirations that I'm working on.
Yep.
And that's now, do I still have a day job? Absolutely. Because in this day and age, you can't have no job, it just don't work.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody
tells you. You have to have multiple streams.
Right. That's why I'm working on my second stream right now.
Yeah, right, there you go. Right,
well, second, third, it might be fourth. I'm just kidding. But working on second stream. But some people that you meet that have been a part of your life, they are fine doing what they're doing. If that works for you, that works for you. I ain't got nothing to say. But now here's the thing. The one thing you can't be complacent and then complain. That's the one thing you can't do. And some people do that. They're doing this one thing, but then they're complaining a lot. You can't be complacent and then complain, because change the situation. That's one thing.
And I would say this. For me, once I had to learn the fact that he wasn't going to ever be this 6-figure dude. That man, I said that meant that the ball was in my court at that point. At that point, so and he was cool with that.
Right.
He was cool with that. But now, as women, are you really ever totally satisfied with how much money your man's bringing in, unless it's 6 figures?
Not really.
Not really. But if you're handling the household and taking care of the bills in the day-to-day situation, then at some point I'm gonna be a little bit quiet, and then it's like, oh, okay, so that didn't prove me to do what I need to do.
Now, if she said he wasn't handling his business,
oh yeah, I'm like, you gotta get the hell out.
Right now, I got an issue, but I don't think she understands who she married. Or who she got with to begin with, because I'm pretty sure.
No. Here's what
you saw that in the beginning.
Here's what she did. She saw him at the beginning as a hard worker. He was a hard worker because it was benefiting her ass.
And he probably was giving her money,
right? Exactly.
And making sure she was cool.
Exactly.
We watched the episode Call and Act Like That.
Yeah. As long as it was benefiting her ass,
right?
She was fine with it. But as soon as she finished to get her degree and she's elevated somewhat, then all of a sudden he's not good enough for her. Well, then you know what? Then step, ho. Then step. Since what you feel like his complacency is dragging you down, then drag your ass on out of the house and then pay all of your bills by yourself and stop tripping.
And I can guarantee she ain't gonna do that.
She not going anywhere. Exactly.
She didn't want to get on TV.
Yep.
Or internet. What she didn't want to go viral.
Yep.
Because you sound uber stupid. And I read the comments, and a lot of people was like, you selfish bitch.
Yep.
Self-entitled.
Yep.
he's taking care of everything and letting you basically keep your own money. Like
Right,
he don't ask you for nothing.
Right.
Most men, if you were making more, they like, well, babe, can you get this bill? He asked you for nothing. He makes sure your kid is okay. That is the best thing you can have.
And we know that she's telling the truth about some aspect of it, because the young men this day and age, they want to do half.
They want shit.
I don't do half with nobody. I'm not doing half with anybody. If you handle it. Right. I'm not doing half with anybody.
But the best thing he's doing, and he's making sure your kids are all right.
Do
you know how much that would mean to some women to know that their kids are fine? That they don't have to worry about the thing.
And then their mortgage or their rent is paid.
Right.
Is paid. There's groceries in the house all the time.
Right.
The kids get to go on school trips or whatever.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Hey, you got an attitude.
Right. You got attitude.
I would snatch that damn head out your
Rich, sit down. See, it couldn't be me, because when the brother jumped up, I'd have been like, "Oh, husband, I got it." Another woman, she was real cool, and she, sending her back to the Bible, telling her to check this out or whatever, go back and read this. When somebody like that, first of all, let me tell you who she is. She's somebody who came from nothing, and you can tell she's somebody who came from nothing.
And wanted to be
important. She's gotten something. She's educated now. She's got a good paying job.
She has a right.
Right. And everybody else is beneath her, because now if I did it, I know where I came from, and I did it, so I know that she can do it. So that's my do it too.
And those ones that have arrived will drive you crazy, because they got that new money, that new entitlement.
And I can't stand a new money mofo. I'll be honest. Let me deal with some old ass money, because old ass money, they used to having money,
right?
And they know how to treat people,
and they don't flaunt it.
Right, exactly.
You can always tell. That same thing with like when people first get that like first credit card with that really good limit. They get beside themselves, and then they want to be rude. And hold up, roll yourself back.
Yep.
Just because you got something with a little bit of a limit, it's still a way you talk to people.
Yep.
And I would say I have no problem. You really nasty with me, I can be nice nasty with you too. I don't,
And that's what I've had the privilege to work with people that have money and old money and new money. I'll take old money over new money. I see, because you know what, especially those who've had to build from nothing.
Yep.
And they have amassed their money. They are grateful for being where they are. They understand the hard work that it took to get there. But when you get somebody like a lot of these kids like right now, okay, you all are coming from, if your parents have money, you're coming from new money, and so you don't even understand the value of hard work to get to what you have. So now you have an attitude, you have this sense of entitlement that drives me over the effing wall. It's like, well, you have it, so I have it. No, Bill Cosby said a long time ago. He said that when what's called was tripping. And when Vanessa was in the episode, Vanessa was like, the people took because we rich. He said, let me clear something with you. You can tell your friends down the road because you have nothing. Your mother and I are rich, but you have nothing. Yeah. Right, exactly. But these kids now, it's the parenting too. You allow your children to have that attitude as if it's because they're comfortable. You allow them to feel like it's okay to mistreat people because they come from a little comfort.
Right, and treat people.
Right, exactly.
And it drives me crazy.
My mother always told me, she said, no one is better than you. She said, I don't care what they have. No one is better than you. And you don't allow people to think that they're better than you. Plain and simple. And I have lived up to the TV. Sometimes if I ain't had shit, you ain't better than I am. But exactly. But you will not mistreat me and demean me in any kind of way because you feel like you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth or you sitting up on millions in the bank. Negatory. I'm not doing that.
And you know what the thing is? When they come from it, they have more issues than a little bit.
Because you know what? Because you have too much damn money and
too much damn time.
And too much damn time and you ain't motivated to do anything. Now her right there, she's telling me he's not motivated. He go to work every day and get a check and pay bills. So what else you want him to do? That being motivated. What else you want the man to do? The man needs to find him somebody else. He needs to divorce her. But first of all, she's not going anywhere because you know what? If you all own a house or whatever, it's probably in his name or both their names, and he paying the mortgage. And she don't want to pay it. So she's not going anywhere.
I'm pretty sure.
But you got up on something, and then you put that video out there. You talking about me, bitch? I'll leave you in a heartbeat.
Hey,
I will drop you before your shoes come off your feet.
What did
plain and simple?
remember on A Different World what Dwayne tell Whitley? Because Whitley was tripping because he wanted to watch basketball and stuff. He was a sports fan. He said, I will drop you like a bad habit.
If you touch the TV.
Yeah, he said, I was a serious sport fan when you met me. You know this. He said, so just spare me all these dramas you do every time I want to go to a game. He said, I will drop you like a bad habit with.
That's it.
But again, that everybody remember you had Dwayne and Whitley. Whitley came from a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Because her parents had some. So she always thought she was better than somebody.
And she got checked at every point. But the thing that grounded her when you could have to start to like her character was the fact that she stopped being that was first of all Dwayne.
Right.
And she stopped being that bougie uptight because he was showing her other parts of life that she had been sheltered from.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing.
And then his mama checked her too.
What was that with the Peggy LaBelle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
She had a brand new attitude by here, but yeah, but yeah, she that new one.
Yeah, I tell people all the time when I'm out, I see a younger person or somebody in their 30s or I say, and you can always tell the new money. It's just like they got like they have like an air of disrespect.
Air of oh my, especially when you go like in like certain restaurants. And for me going to a restaurant and they look at you like this. Like you're not supposed to be here. You don't know what I got. And I've had to tell people when I go shopping, I go in certain stores. And certain people look at you and they don't want to help you because you look a certain way. And I make a point of telling them, you don't know what I got. You missed out on the sale. And for some they do.
They do, right, Ruby, because they making an assumption that you don't have any money or why you over in here. I shop where the hell I want to. If I want to walk into what's the shoe man name? What's his name? What's the shoe man with the red bottom shoes?
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna wear those because they're too damn high. But if I want to go to North wherever I want to go into the Louis store, if I want to go into some of the fashion house, you don't know. I'm only gonna walk in those stores when I know that I can buy what I want to buy out of here. And I'm not just gonna go in there and shop around, and I'm gonna go in there and buy what I want to buy because I come into the store for a purpose.
Right. And here's the thing I love about how people work in customer service, like in that, like the fashion industry. I love when people, because here's the inkling that somebody taught me that kind of had money. You never go in there with like all this stuff on.
Oh yeah, never.
And that's how you can always tell like people that have money because they don't look like it.
Right, yeah.
They have it, but they don't look like it. The people that come in, they got the leather coat on,
the
name brand down
stuff.
to here, and the name brand. They ain't got shit.
Right.
And they are very ones that ain't gonna buy nothing.
Right.
And you be all up in their face, thinking
Yep.
that they got some money.
Yep.
And you know how I figured that out? I figured that out when I was working at Sephora, because I just happened that day to be working the fragrance department, and there was a lady over there, and nobody would help her. And she was buying up the whole store. Nobody would help her because she had like a sweater on, jeans, and some boots on. But and so I just happened to go over there. I'm just trying. You're just trying to make sales. I go over there. I'm like, hi, because I call myself Bree when I was working at Sephora. It was so I was a Bree E or whatever. I go and say, hi, I'm so and so. Let me know if you need any help. Little did I know what she was gonna do. This lady grabbed like 6 fragrances. She said, can I get that fragrance? Oh, sure. She grabbed 6 fragrances. By the time, I didn't know how many. I only saw the one basket of fragrances she had. So I didn't even know what she bought. She goes up to the counter, to the register. One of my coworkers, she was working me real close. The lady had spent like $2,000 in the store. She had bought everything from makeup to fragrance. And so, of course, they ask if somebody helped you because, that's how we get our credit or whatever. I ended up with like a $2,000 multi-word just because I went and gave my lady the name. But nobody went to her because they thought she had nothing. They going over to the ones with the fur coats and everything. I told y'all gonna stop ignoring people that you think ain't got nothing. But they're the very ones that will spend money. But you think about yourself.
I mean, it's a valuable lesson for people. You said, and that lesson's been around forever. You don't judge a book by its cover because you never know what's in between those pages.
Who has what?
Right. So you never do that.
You.
Right.
And guess what? She became my permanent customer. because there were some days I was off and she would come in there and they say, so and so asked for you, but we told them you weren't here. You'll be here this day. And sure enough, she would come in there when I was in there. I'm like, what the heck?
And I learned too. I said, for me, the reason why I say what I say about people with the old money versus new money is that
they don't flaunt.
Right, and old money is well sometimes willing to share or open that house or something for you. I remember years ago when I worked for in the medical field, I had a client or two, and you had to go into their house, but it went through the gate, so it was a gated community. Mm-hmm. And we were going out, we were going out or whatever. And I had a couple of clients like that. We were going out, and they were like, "Oh no, you don't have to. We won't take your car. We'll just take our car." I was like, "Excuse me." And so I was like, "Okay." So I left my car parked there, and we got in there a Cadillac, nice Cadillac. Yeah, I was like, oh, "Okay, we can roll like this. Okay, cool." And so we went all around, whatever, and do whatever we have to. But then, when I first got there, you ring the doorbell. They said, "Oh, the door's already open. Come on in." And I said, you need to, before what else, you need to, just, the girls, whatever, go ahead. All through the house, make yourself at home. I was like, seriously. But beautiful, beautiful home, gorgeous, just gorgeous. If you all don't know the Rancho Santa Fe neighborhood in San Diego, you got to go up in the hills, up in the mountains, and beautiful. So that's where I was. And people don't know Rancho Santa Fe. Okay. So that's where I was. And then even like a couple other, because I had my own business out there. So I was, where I took it like whatever things. And so then I had another couple. Remember some of my clients. Kathy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember, and yeah. So in my other class, I said I would go over there and pick them up, whatever, and stuff like that. We'd go out to lunch. Then we'd go out to lunch with you. And they would slip around a little something, whatever. Yeah. So this was old money.
But that's
this was old money, and they had money, but they were not pretentious people at all.
Right? They just did their thing, and I was like, she just did her thing, and she would come in there and she would buy. But everybody, and then of course, then he worked with the cover. They're like, well, can we help her? No, you had the chance to help. Now she's mine. And it was funny because they're like, sometimes you go on like your lunch break, or you have to go on break and stuff. So she would get done shopping. She would go outside. You really couldn't get in the store. So then, like, we would walk up towards, like, because she would always go, like, she would come in Sephora, then she would go to Nordstrom. So I would walk with. She's like, here, this is for you for helping me out for the day. And I didn't mind saying, I said, oh, I can't take it. I'm just doing my job. She said, oh, no, here. And then I would go out and have me a nice lunch.
And that's what I said.
But that's just people being
decent, being decent.
Right.
But that's when you learn that not all people are bad, not all white people are bad, not all people are people are people. But when you treat me like a human being, I'm going to treat you like a human being. But when you try to treat me less than, I'm gonna drag your ass. This is just a given.
Yep.
And I don't mean it in a physical somebody, but I'm gonna drag your ass every way possible that I can.
Right.
Because you are, and that's just, and so that just goes back to what Donald Trump was trying to do to Westmore, trying to say, oh, you're not worthy. Donald Trump, let me say this, and I'm not even calling you by your name, but let me tell you something, Biatch. You are the
last person.
Right? But you're so stupid that you're so stupid that you don't even realize how stupid you really are. You think because you managed to rob billions of dollars from us, from American people, right in our face, you seem to think that you've accomplished something. Sweetheart, let me explain something to you. That money that you think that you have stolen, it's not gonna make you a better person. It's not gonna buy you respect. It's not gonna do any of that. If anything, it's gonna make us loathe you and detest you more, because guess what? You're putting your own needs, your own greed, your own self above everyone else. And you don't think God watching that? You horrible, 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 horrible piece of trash. I don't even refer to you as a human being. And you know why I can say that? Because people don't even like you. They literally hate you. They literally hate you. Let's look at over the All-Star weekend. And I watched the video a couple times because it made me all warm and fuzzy on the inside. President Obama and Michelle Obama was at the All-Star game. And
Michelle rocking them braids though.
The standing ovation that they received, it was over the whole place. It just wasn't one section it was the whole, and it was like the stuff was lit up, and it was the one for like
it was thundering.
There you go. Yeah.
Because I watched the same video. I mean, you could hear they were sitting there first.
you literally hear somebody come on and say, stand up, stand up. So he had to stand up and wave because it was just that loud. And then when he stood up, it's like the whole arena exploded.
Just erupted, right? Exactly.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So do you know how much respect they still have for him? 10 years.
Yep.
Almost 10 years after they left the White House. Because they're decent people. You know what you get?
Damn that, they just human.
Well, that too. But they're also decent.
Yeah.
You just love them. But you know what he gets? Booed out the building.
That's why he don't go anywhere except to Mar-a-Lago. Except to Mar-a-Lago and into the summer when he has to go. Right. And they don't even pay attention to summer. They would prefer to listen to Governor Newsom over your stupid ass. He's supposed to be the president. No, who that said you are globally detested, globally hated, and I don't know if you too empty to realize that, or you just say at this point, I don't give a F. I'm just gonna rob and steal and do what I want to until whatever happens to you happens to you. Maybe that's what it is.
That part. He's 80. Well, almost 80. And he been doing what he wants to, and that's all he do.
Yep.
He do exactly what he
lies,
wants to.
steal, do whatever he want to do because he said because they're allowing him to get away with it.
Right, but I go to Whoopi. I'm going with Whoopi. I'm with Whoopi on this because the View came on, and this could have been old. But Whoopi said, well, I said, why do you want your name on everything? Yeah, well, I have figured out why he wants his name on everything. Because he got that little mushroom-sized Peter Weeder. And so to make himself feel like a man, he got to name everything. Think about it.
I would rather not.
I'm not saying think about that part. Okay. I'm just saying, think about the power he feels by when he puts his name on everything. That makes him feel like a man because he ain't got no manhood.
Well, we know Melania runs him like a dog. If anybody don't think Melania run that show, Melania runs his ass.
Well, that's the other thing. That's why he on this whole power trip. This whole power trip he had, because he don't run shit at home. Because I've said this for the last 2 months. He is Melania's bitch. Whatever Melania say goes. And probably if you don't do it, she probably whoop your ass.
Well, we know what else is going because that movie of yours it has sunk. They said about 67% or something, and they said so their hope is that once it goes to streaming, that it will make that $70 million back.
Ain't nobody gonna pay to see that shit. Right? If they didn't pay to go to the movies to see that shit, you think they're gonna pay in their own house to see that shit? Oh hell no! No. I'm sorry I cut you off. Excuse me, but ain't
oh my God!
To be in my own house, you want me to pay for that shit?
To watch that bullshit, right?
Oh hell no!
That? Oh no!
Oh, so
I would say you rather get rid of gouge my eyeballs out than watch that bullshit.
So here's the thing, Bezos. How many people you gonna be laying off soon from Amazon? How much more you gonna close? Because you ain't getting your money back from that.
No. Talking about they said maybe thinking that they'll maybe get to make at least back 30 million back. Keep dreaming, boo boo. You're not going to make that back. You're not going to make.
What is that game called? I call bullshit.
Well,
that ain't happening.
If
it ain't done that in the movie, you think people gonna be here? People sitting in their house. Here's an idea. Oh, I'm on Netflix. Let me pay to watch the shit.
Right, to put more money in your pocket. Exactly. When you all keep stealing billions and billions of dollars. Really, this is what I say.
That is just
to those who still support that. You deserve exactly
what you got.
What you get. What you have now and what's coming for you in the future. You deserve whatever. So stop crying and whining because you made a choice. You weren't forced to do. You made a living, breathing, live choice.
You made a conscious choice to go do that.
Yep, exactly.
So I don't want to hear now you don't have no Medicare or no Medicaid. My baby, I don't want to hear none of it.
Like they said, now they complain now because they said, well, we were talking to him about how the food prices were high before he got elected. He was going to bring that down. Some people said, we can't even go and buy a loaf of bread because the bread is so high. But you made that choice, though, right? You did that. Then they said, well, he made promises. I said, who? If you just look back at Donald Trump's history of lying and cheating,
I go,
I still can't fathom in my mind.
Where's the video where the man said he had Trump stage, Trump University, Trump Casino, Trump vodka,
Trump tequila,
Trump tequila.
Mm-hmm.
He had everything and he bankrupted.
Yep.
What on earth did he say? This is why I want to get in the minds of some of these people.
I don't know.
I have to understand what did he say that you all got all hyped up to believe he was gonna do anything? And then they say, and then they come out and say, he lied to me. This is the one time I can say he did not lie to you. Mm-hmm. He told you exactly what he was gonna do, and you have to talk about it. And I have been this, and I have heard some people. They have said to me, "Oh, we're gonna have to get hot dogs. We can't get no ground beef." What?
I've been a but yeah, okay.
Try being in the store you listen to you, and you turn your head like, "What the fuck?" Like, what? We gotta get hot dogs, and they're cheap. We can't get ground beef.
I'm left because I've heard something similar when they said, because I said I was buying some beef. I said it was high, but I bought it anyway. I mean, but she was like, she was older. She said, well, eat like the hot dog. She said, I know it ain't good for you, but she said I can't even afford it. I'm like, well, damn. But I'm almost positive that you voted for Donald Trump, and now you have to eat a fucking hot dog. Every day, hell.
Or you're gonna get the Pop Top, the Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
Or you end up buying spam, all that shit.
Oh, no.
Cause I think about what was the government shutdown? How empty were the stores? You wanna know why?
Yeah.
Cause they couldn't get their money.
Right. Yep.
But
I'm not trying to pick on you, but you know what? But we tried to tell you all repeatedly not to vote for that man, and this is not what's going to happen. The good thing that Kamala Harris can sit back and say, "I told you so." Exactly. This was going to happen, and she told you repeatedly. But no. But the black woman couldn't possibly be right, though, right? Yeah. She's right. She was right all day and all night. Then you got the little weasel. What's the little weasel name that's hiding up on a military base?
I can beat his ass.
What's the weasel name?
Stephen Miller.
Yeah, Stephen Miller. Yeah.
Could beat, if I catch him, I will beat his ass. Because he a $105 soaking wet.
And I can't believe he got how many kids? You make a baby? I mean, really?
Damn, somebody married you.
Right, and then somebody let you touch them. That's the other question.
And procreate.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that whole stuff, that's enough to make you want to gag multiple times over and over and over again. Oh,
I'm sorry. That's what I'm like you. I firmly believe that Barron is not his.
Right.
Because with the way Melania looks at him,
she
is physically disgusted. Yeah. I refuse to believe she let you crawl on top of her.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me she no.
I
she is physically disgusted by you.
And when you look at those pictures from the Epstein files or something, when he was up there with the young girls, whatever, that is disgusting. That's enough to make her over and over and over again. And then he got them little short ass arms, and he's oh my God, and his whole
and then has the audacity to measure somebody, make sure they're tight and that they are clean. You dirty, and emphasize on dirty. You dirty ass bastard. You dirty old. I mean, when I read that came out, I said that is disgusting. You with your little short arms and your disproportionate fingers, talking about make sure they're clean and tight.
Yeah. Just the way he looks. I said he is such a disgusting looking human being.
He looks like a pedophile.
Yep. And let's just be clear on that. Anytime when you're mentioned at a minimum of 38,000 times on the Epstein files, you had more than just a passing relationship with Epstein. Who in the hell attacks anybody, emails anybody? 38,000 times your name was mentioned, more, and you don't have some kind of familial, long-standing relationship with them. And so let us not be stupid. You can redact that shit to the same color this dress I got on, and it's not going to change the narrative. Is that he is a pedophile? He's a child rapist. Period.
Let me just go here. Between me and her on a daily basis, we don't have that many messages between each other.
Hell no.
And I'm talking about email, text message, nowhere close.
And I gave birth to her, so give me a break.
Right.
Exactly. Not. You shit there and said maybe I may have back over if you count all the years together. Right. If you count over the 30 plus years,
since I got a phone and email.
Yeah, maybe. But 38,000 times. So let's not act like that was just some coincidental BS, because that's a lie. That's a huge lie. And you can, and maybe you can sell that to those who just love you. They're so diehard, Stumpy fan. But all the rest of people who has a functioning brain, you can't sell that to us. You can't sell that to me. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Because I may have been born during the night, but boo-boo, it sure the hell wasn't last night.
Hello.
So save it. Save it. Brad, I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish wrap up with the oh, give me up. Brenda she got a cool Black History fact that you gotta share, and she's gonna do the All-Star weekend as well.
Okay.
So let us go through.
So I'm gonna do this. So did you know cornrows were used to help slaves escape slavery? It says slaves used cornrows like this. Y'all see I got right here.
You got no fucking cornrows in the braids.
That's what those are.
Whatever.
They call them cornrows. Used to transfer information and create maps to the North. Since slaves were not allowed to read or write, they had to pass information through cornrows. I don't know.
She got to show the picture. Let's see. Put it up there.
I'm gonna send it. I'll send it.
There you go. See the cornrows? Make it bigger. I thought, you know what, that's a Black History fact that I did not know. So I was really excited to really learn and look at that, the cornrows. So yeah, because slaves were not allowed to learn how to read and write in order when they were trying to escape, they put the information in the cornrows. You know, either you go straight, go left, right, up, down. You know, so really cool. This is why I said the resilience. When you think of Black people, Black folks, the resilience. That's who you can firmly say I am right.
And creativity and smart.
Creative.
This is how you know.
But that's all encompassing. When you say the resilience, we talk about we talk about being smart, being creative, all of it. Because you were what I talked about. But when Bessie Smith and I talked about her, and she made her first song, and she made what I say was 800,000. Yeah, 880,000 people bought her first song, and I was like in 1924, and so she ended up making over $1 million. So the $1 million that she made was over for a year. From the time it was released to a full year, she had made over $1 million. And I said, put that in context today. That was like that's $10 million today. Mm-hmm. I mean, and she traveled the country in her own railroad car. That was decked out that she owned. And she said, I'm not gonna deal with the segregation hotels. I'm gonna live in this is my own. It's my own. So the creativity about that. So we talk about Bessie Smith, the first Black female jazz singer, the one that raked it in 1924. So when you say that, right, when we hear the phrase "it's possible," you have, and that's for Black people. That's for everyone. When you have a dream and you say it's possible, I'm going to continue. This is possible. They didn't know when what's called invested his $10,000 into the Freedom's Bank. Mm-hmm. He didn't know that he was going to that he was going to sit on the board and become a major player in the world in finance. You know, he didn't know that. And I'm talking about Frederick Douglass. So yeah. So there we go. So Briana, I'm going to wrap up the show with her All-Star Weekend. I didn't even realize it was All-Star Weekend until she told it to me. But let's just get into what happened on All-Star Weekend.
So let's go here. I think the NBA has finally got it.
Oh hell!
No, we finally saw.
Take my glasses off.
We finally saw a competitive. We saw efforts in the All-Star game, which is all we have been asking. Was effort. I mean, people set the tone. They were playing defense. Yeah, so we're gonna have to keep the world versus the U.S. and then.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
oh,
and it worked. You know, because hey, the young guy for the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama, he came out that he. You know how some people.
Victor. Did get the ass beat?
No, we won.
Oh,
we won. But we was fighting. We had to fight.
Okay.
We had to fight. It wasn't. So Victor Wembanyama, he was for the world team because he's from France, and he came out and scored like 10 points straight.
Put him up there.
Right. So that's what Anthony Edwards. He was playing for the U.S. team. He like, oh, we got to play. This ain't no game. Got to play. So I think NBA, you hit it. I think you hit it. You might have to keep that format because that's because see we still got to prove we dominant. So I think you got some. So the game was really good. The U.S. still came out on top. So
who won the 3-pointer?
So here's the funny thing. So Damian Lillard, who ruptured his Achilles in the playoffs last year,
Mm-hmm.
he has not played the game, but he entered the 3-point contest
Oh.
and he won.
Okay.
So that was really cool. Steph Curry is planning to make a return to the 3-point contest next year.
Oh, Steph!
So and he's trying to get a former teammate. So everybody said, "Oh, he's trying to get Klay Thompson to do the 3-point contest with him next year."
That would be really. That would be a good turnout.
So I think so. The only thing we got to work on the dunk contest.
Oh yeah.
Because you know the young white guy Mac McClung, he didn't participate because I guess everybody was like, if he's gonna be in it, I'm not going against him. Y'all scared of the G Leaguer. Like, he playing the G League. Y'all was scared of the G Leaguer and he a white boy. Y'all was scared he was gonna bust y'all ass. Y'all ain't right. Y'all forced him out because y'all was scared. Y'all ain't right for that. But yeah, so the dunk contest the dunk contest they fixed it looks like they have fixed the All-Star game. Now y'all need to work on the dunk contest because stars need to be. It's not even so much. You can't change the dunks. You need star power. We got like 13, 14 people in rotation in these. No. Dunk contest back in the day, you had the Michael Jordans.
Yeah.
The Dominique Wilkins.
Yep.
The Spud Webb.
Yep.
Vince Carter. I mean, that's what you had. Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
That's what you had in the dunk contest. Now, because LeBron said he ain't gonna do the dunk contest, now y'all playing follow the leader.
He too damn old anyway. Boy, them 40 plus year old knees ain't gonna get up there.
No, but when he was younger, he could have done it. He chose not to. That's what I'm saying. Now everybody wants to play follow the leader. No! We need some star power back in the dunk contest. So next year, I want to see Anthony Edwards. I want star power.
Okay.
Y'all done figured out the game. Now you need to figure out the dunk contest because everything else actually for All-Star Weekend was good. The celebrity game was competitive.
Who played the celebrity game?
I gotta look to see who played in there. But Anthony Anderson was one of the coaches. You remember the other guy that played Zende on Bold and the Beautiful? Ron Flynn.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, he played in there. I gotta see who all played in there, but that was competitive. Like people gave effort, so it was good. All-Star Weekend was good, and then congratulations to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. The day before his birthday, because his birthday's tomorrow. Happy early birthday! His driver won the Daytona 500.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan in racing.
Oh, who?
So his driver was Tyler Reddick.
Okay.
But he came from behind to win the Daytona 500. So I believe Michael Jordan is the first black owner in NASCAR to win the Daytona 500.
Oh, I thought he had won it before.
No. No, none of his drivers. One of his drivers won a major race, but you know the Daytona 500, that's the big.
Oh, okay.
So his driver won.
Well, congratulations, Michael Jordan.
And it was cool because he recreated the picture when he won his first championship. So he was up there kissing on the Daytona, but he won it. His driver won. But
well, way to go!
It's his team. But he got that yesterday, so that was an early birthday gift for him. So
Mike about to be what, 62?
Or 63.
62? I tell her all the time.
Don't you get started.
February has the best and the most talented people in the world. And I say that because of course I'm February born, okay? But
I'm gonna be 63.
Okay, so I say it all the time. So all you people who have birthdays in February, who had some, who upcoming birthdays, you know, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. All right.
We can't leave without saying her birthday. It's on Sunday.
Is it on Sunday?
Yes, it is.
I feel like I had another week to go. But okay.
Sunday.
All right.
I think about tomorrow 17.
That is true.
Then Friday is the 20th.
That is very true. And tomorrow, join us tomorrow. We got another musical artist gonna be in the room. So join us tomorrow at I'm gonna post the time at 6 o'clock, but I think we're gonna be a little early. But anyway, you can, if you don't catch the live, you can catch the video. Briana has us on YouTube and all the other stuff, so you can catch us there.
Yeah, on Sunday Or even now, start wishing her one. She celebrated all month. So wish her one.
So yeah, all of us wonderful February blessed born people.
Not only is she my co-host, but she's the best mom.
I do try.
Lord knows she's the best nan. Her grandbaby can tell us so. Can tell you so.
That's my grandbaby.
So we love her, and we're gonna celebrate her on Sunday.
Thank you, daughter. Love my daughter. I tell people when I talk to them, I say I have the best family. I said my daughter and my grandson are simply the best. I couldn't be me without them. So there you go. And of course, I couldn't have any of this without God Himself. So God Almighty.
And you know it's funny.
I am blessed.
And it's funny. She loved her little grandson. Even though when I told her, she's like, "What am I doing with him?"
That's what I'm doing, the boy. I ain't having no little boy.
And she can't picture her world without that little boy.
That's my poo-poo. All right, you guys. What a great. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful President's Day for all of the presidents, minus that bullshit in office.
And you know what? Have you been on Facebook today?
I have not. I have not.
No, this is the best thing. I gotta shout out people on Facebook. Y'all have been flooding today for President's Day.
They said they were going to do that for President Obama or any other president.
And I salute y'all because y'all did it. And then the best part, they did it with the man with the tan suit that they tried to impeach the man for.
Oh.
Booyah! I gotta show you. It has been, but I have seen all over.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
He is everywhere. It is freaking awesome. And I know Stumpy hates it because nobody gives a crap.
Here is what's thing I said. People, when he was the president, you all had something to say. But I said, now you miss President Obama like you never thought you would.
Yeah.
You never thought you would. You didn't treat the man the way he deserved to be treated. You didn't show him the respect that he earned. But now some of you all want to give that dog shit that's sitting in the Oval Office some respect. You get zero from me. Nothing. You are the trash that I wait for my garbage people to pick up every week. Peace out. You guys join us tomorrow for my next guest, for our special guest, Just the Jester. I think he's one of my UK part of my UK family. You guys make sure you like the video and share it and come back and talk to us as long as the Lord says so. Next Monday, what's next Monday day gonna be? That's the last week of February. It should be last week of February. So
yeah, it'll be the 23rd.
So we're wrapping up the month. We're wrapping up February and Black History Month, but it's just that we're taking the eye off of it. But Black History is 365 days a year, and we are going to keep posting some stuff on KELM Radio. So Black History 365. So therefore,
melon, whatever you want to call it.
Make sure you go to KELM Radio. Or if you have Alexa, just say, Alexa, play KELM Radio. You guys can request a song. You can leave some thoughts, and we will address them when we come live again. In the meantime, in between time, let's do this. See miracles in life every day. I love you guys for tuning in. You are very, very much appreciated.
And if you're in the Midwest, enjoy the weather because it's hot.
Yeah, we like, I'm gonna get up to like 70 degrees compared to like 2 weeks ago when it was like, it was like minus 0
20.
Or whatever. Yeah,
today was like 65 and sunny, and it was beautiful.
Hallelujah.
And it's gonna be warm for a couple more days, and it don't get too cold. It goes back down to 40.
40 is good because 40 is good.
As long as you can see the grass. Granted, it's dead, but you can see it. Because for like weeks you couldn't see nothing but snow. I was like, okay,
snow and ice.
Right? No.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We love you. Dr. Fite, we missed you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, great week and a wonderful night. Peace out.